Hey everyone, quick tour of my ee2211 solver. The exams are open book, but the clock still hurts. I made this so I could skip the boring coding and think harder. It worked well for me, so let me show the actual flow. I usually start with array when I just want a quick matrix check. The field starts blank, so I type the matrix from the question. First, I check that the parsed matrix is what I meant. Then I glance at shape, rank, determinant, and inverse status. If an inverse shortcut exists, it appears right below. For linear systems, I jump to the Solve tab. Here I type X and Y for a least square style question. The system summary tells me if it is exact or least squares. This is the fitted weight vector I would copy into working. The fitted target is a quick check against the original Y. And here are fitted values, residuals, and the error. Now the big one, third-order regression, exam style. I pick polynomial regression, numeric targets, order 3, and test prediction. When the data is long, I type it sideways first. Transpose X turns the row into the column the formula expects. Same trick for Y, which saves a surprising amount of typing. And I can do the same thing for test inputs. First I fit it without regularization, like the basic closed form. The model box confirms the setup I just chose. The polynomial matrix is built for me, including the cubic terms. These weights are usually the main answer I need. The app also gives predictions and training error, so I can check myself. For test points, it gives predicted values and test error too. Now I turn on Ridge to compare with regularization. Same data, new lambda. No need to recode the whole thing. The form now says Ridge, so I know this is the regularized run. I compare these weights against the previous ones. Pearson is for quick correlation questions. I type 1x column and 2y columns to check both at once. The result matrix gives the correlations directly. If I need to show steps, the means and covariance are expanded too. Gradient descent is nice when the question gives a cost function. I type the expression, starting point, learning rate, and iterations. It differentiates the function symbolically, which is handy for checking. The history table shows every update step. The final parameters are ready to copy. Decision tree starts with impurity calculations. I enter class counts and leave all measures selected. First, I check the class counts are lined up correctly. Then I can read Gini, entropy, and classification error. Entropy is right below, using the same class count table. For regression trees, I switch modes in the same tab. I type X, Y, and a threshold to test. The threshold summary breaks down left and right errors. The candidate table is useful when the best split is asked. This gives the best one-level split directly. K-means is for clustering questions. I type the points, initial centroids, and an iteration limit. The result summary tells me points, dimensions, K, and iterations. I scroll through the first cluster assignment. Then the later iteration shows the centroid settling. The cache is the part one used more than expected. Every important input and result gets saved automatically. I open plain text and copy a cache matrix. Then I paste it back into array and reuse it immediately. That is basically my exam time workflow. Hope it saves you time too. Good luck for EE2211.